you guys are still in Fawn, and you guys are about to head out on a boat. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. Okay, so what would you guys like to do? We'll say the morning has arrived.
Yeah,
I
I think we're
will-
ready to go because I've already. You'd gotten the jade comb for your wife, right? And sent the letter off to
Yeah,
her.
yeah. I'd sent the letter off with the jade comb to her.
Ping has spoken to the regional manager of the nature loving monks. Dalfang is currently not present, so he was doing nothing. And I'd gone to the apothecary to.
He'd made his own copy of a dragon tooth manual, and he passed it out to some random child on the street.
Yes, that's clearly what he did.
I mean, he created them to disseminate them amongst people. Why not?
I wasn't sure if we were disseminating them amongst literal random commoners.
Why not?
It's useless for them and can bring harm upon them and their entire generational family. I don't know, like...
Who gives a shit?
What happened to your newfound compassion for...
This isn't me, this is Dalfang. He's the one giving up Dragon Tooth manual. This ain't Boris Drunken Sword. I've got to find new outlets, Kenny.
Yeah. If Dalfang is hanging them out, I'm not going to stop him, but...
It's one copy, he'll hold on to it. I, Boris Drunken Sword, will have some wine when I wake up.
Okay, so you drink your wine.
Yeah, we'll go to the boat. I've got my poisons.
All right. All right. So as you guys are leaving the inn, a man dressed in sort of golden-looking robes, who looks quite plain otherwise, approaches you and bows. And he says, "Are you Boris Drunken Sword?"
I'll burp loudly and then put my finger up whilst I catch my breath and then bring my wine bottle back up again to keep drinking from it.
He says,
Yeah, because last time we helped the bracelet seller guy beat up. Boris Drunken Sword helped the bracelet seller guy in the gambling hall.
I've got the bracelet.
And you, where did you leave it off with that guy, by the way?
So I bought a bracelet off of him for 300 spades after I said I'd buy 10, but my friends convinced me better. So he went off with that money, happy, went to the gambling place, then came back all beaten up. So I went to the gambling place with him and threatened to kill people there unless they gave my friend his money. Succeeded in intimidating them. Got 3 golden tails, he did. He gave me one of them. And we parted ways there, and I wished him a merry night.
Okay.
It was a magical evening.
Make sure it matched. So he says, Hua Yin sends her respects to you and your retinue of heroes.
Who's Hua Yin?
Hua Yin of the Vermilion Bird Tea House.
I'll scratch my head and try and think if I know this person. I'll look a bit somber as I'm trying to think. Should I know this?
Have you guys had any dealings with the Vermilion Bird Tea House, or?
Not sure.
Tea House is very familiar.
Nightfall likes me.
I'm not sure if Boris Drunken Sword has.
Okay.
Because we know that
the
the Celestial Plume Masters work out of the Vermilion Bird Tea House, right?
You know they're connected. You know that they're connected.
They're connected.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't think I've heard the name Hua Yin before, unless it's in relation to Nightfall or whatever that guy's name is.
There is connection there.
Okay.
In what way has she been impressed with me?
She has heard of your efforts against the Empire and wishes to discuss joining your cause. If you would visit her at her establishment.
Can I do an empathy check to see if this is disguised threat, baiting us to a trap?
Okay, what's your empathy?
2d10.
All right. So what's your detect?
2d10.
All right. So you notice a couple of things. Number one, you notice there's no sense of entrapment that you can discern from him, but his manner seems very flat and emotionless. And you also discern that in the back of his neck he has there's like a little golden, for lack of a better word, like a golden plug in the back of his neck.
I just go, it's not often you find somebody who so openly admits their detest of his damnable empire. Least of all a Yao. And I'll look at him dead in the eyes and like draw my sword.
He sort of steps back and he puts his hands up.
I I point my sword and I go, stay still. And I gesture for Ping or Dalfang or Wuji to like investigate this guy. Look at the back of his neck.
Can I do like a medicine roll to see if he is a Yao or not? I guess that's the simplest way.
Make a medicine roll.
2d10.
Yeah, I'll let you examine. I don't. It's way outside my expertise.
I got a 3 and a 1.
All right, so you can't.
Does
you
he have
can't
a
tell.
pulse?
Good enough for me.
Does he have a pulse? I guess would be the.
But you can see he has like this like little golden thing stuck in the back of his neck.
Is that typically a Yao thing?
No.
Pull it out.
Can I see what the golden thing is? Like, what check would that be?
What's your detect?
2d10.
Can Dalfang
Unless
have
it's
a look
sight.
as well?
Sight is
He's
3d10.
Can Dalfang have a look as well? He's got 3d10 in sight and hearing.
Yep.
3d10.
So Kenny, you think what this is? You know those golden sleeves that nobles sometimes put on their fingertips?
Yeah.
It looks like one of those almost, but like it's lodged in the back of his neck.
And is it like a sign of martial arts type of thing that someone thrust this thing in the back of his neck to sort of threaten his life type of thing, or?
You don't know. It could be. You could certainly imagine a person using martial arts to do that, but you don't know. Well, do you have any ranks in discipline? Does anybody have discipline ranks?
No.
Discipline.
The knowledge of martial discipline.
Martial discipline.
Oh, martial discipline.
Knowledge.
Yeah, I've got 2.
What discipline?
I can't remember what one I put down, to be honest.
All right. So for right now, just in the interest of
What
expediency,
disciplines are there?
Waijia, Dansha, Neigong, Qingdong.
I probably would have had it in Waijia because I'm a Waijia mostly practitioner.
Okay, that makes sense. Hold on, let me just get my book up.
Yeah, I've got my Waijia is 3, and I think 90% at least of my techniques are Waijia.
So this is outside of your expertise. So roll 1d10 instead of 2d10.
Okay. So we just look for a d10. That'll work. No, did he die? Oh, 9.
A 9. All right. So okay, so you have heard rumors of something called Doomfinger, where people can control others by embedding golden or silver sleeves into the back of their neck.
I go, this Doomfinger thing. Am I talking to the person who's done it, or is this just like a whole pre-recorded thing?
You ask him that?
Yeah.
He says, I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
You've been jabbed in the back of the neck. You're being controlled by somebody.
He says, you are mistaken.
So wait, hang on. I'm just pulling you aside. Look, if he's working for our allies in the Vermilion Tea House and he's controlled, maybe he's our enemy being controlled. So we might want to be careful.
Okay, let's not. Okay.
Let's not rock the boat.
I thought of sending him back with a box full of turd, but that's a bad idea, yeah?
Yeah. Keep your turds for now.
Okay.
Keep your turds in your ass for now.
It wasn't going to be mine, it was going to be a horse's.
Oh, okay. Don't keep it then. Don't keep it.
I'm gonna say, who is Hua Yin in relation to Nightthorn?
He says, I am a mere disciple. I am not. Do not have permission to discuss such matters.
Go on, do it. Right, you know you want to.
He says, you will need to speak to Nightthorn or Hua Yin about this.
But like, you know what it is, right?
They're lovers, but they can't admit.
He says, I am
allowed
not at
to
liberty
talk
to
about
discuss this matter.
But you do know what it is, right? And we're going to get told by them anyways, you know.
He says, perhaps, but this is not a matter for me to discuss openly with you.
What if you told us, but then we didn't tell them that you told us?
It's fine. We can
This would
just
still be a
ask Nightthorn
deception.
himself.
It's not a deception. It's just forewarning, you know.
Can you write it on a piece of paper?
What if it was that she had a terrible disease from sex or something and needs a cure, and like Wu Ji or Dao Feng can help with that, but they turn up and be like, oh, if only we'd known before, because we knew of these mushrooms that were nearby, which we could have picked for you. You know?
He says, you should ask them yourself.
Well,
I am merely bringing a message.
You can waste a lot of time. I mean, I'll fish out a common gourd of wine, like one of my many ones that I've got. And I'll say, send that back. That will be like our agreement, you know. We'll call it a retainer, award. What's it called? Collateral. I want it back.
All right, he bows, and he turns around to walk away.
Or a better wine in exchange.
He says, if you come to the Vermilion Tea House, you will be given the finest teas and the finest wines.
Excellent. Top notch.
We are currently on our way to like the far north, so
Yeah, we'll just deal with them later. We'll be there soon.
Well, when did he say? When did he say he wanted to meet us? When did he say that we were to speak with them?
He didn't give you a time frame.
Well, in that case, I'll probably tell them that we have urgent business in the north, and we'll be back in a couple of weeks, and we'll visit as soon as we return.
He says, this offer has a time limit upon it.
Ah, you're joking.
Split the party.
He says, Hua Yin does not have a sense of humor.
I reckon that's because of the whole. How long?
By the end of the week.
That's most definitely not enough time for us to go there and back. Split the
You're
party
a
time.
humorless bastard, you know that.
What'd you say?
I said you're a humorless bastard, you know that.
He says, as I said, I am merely a messenger.
I mean, you know, like we've been lured into traps before, you know. Like I'm kind of famous for it, and like this short time limit as well. Like what have we got to I need more wine. I have another big lug.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone brag about being famous for being lured into traps before.
He says Hua Yin would never deceive someone as widely known as yourself.
Well, I'm pretty widely known. What do you say, guys? Should we postpone this to get these people in the alliance? Because I mean, if they join, that would be very good.
So, yeah, why not? I'm up for that.
Can we get these boat people to delay?
You're
You have to pay them probably, but
how much money do we have?
Well, if you're going, here's the other thing. if you're going north, you could literally just continue on to Daolu and take a ship from there, which is a much more sort of trade-oriented city anyways.
Okay, so Wuji did the negotiating last time. I'm going to go forwards this time to do the negotiating for a boat.
We already have a boat.
Yeah, I know. I'm just going to renegotiate it. Take us to Zaulu.
They've already got two massive vats of wine on board for you. So just
Yeah, I'm just walking up and going, take us to Daolu.
He says this is completely out of our way.
Yeah, but I'm good for it. Take us to Daolu.
How much are you willing to pay us for this trip?
How much do you want?
What did you agreed upon before with them for your prior journey? Do you remember?
it was relatively cheap, I think. It's like 100 space per
100
person or something
space,
like that.
okay.
Does that sound about right?
Yeah, that does. That's the number I was thinking. I'm gonna need at least 1,000 spades from you for this trip.
I'll just toss out Silvertail. Take us to Daolu.
Right now?
Yeah. Sure.
All right. He agrees.
I'll look at the messenger and I'll go. You want to come with?
He says, "Of course, yes, I will go with you."
Yeah.
It's
I'll
going to
toss
take us
out-
7 days to get you to Dalu. Is that acceptable?
For fuck's sake! I'll look at the messenger and I'm like, well, how's this possible then?
The messenger looks at you and he says, "Well, it's a 5-day journey by foot from here straight to the tea house."
Bugger. Alright. I'll take back the silver tail. I'll just go, when we get back here in like 10 days or something, we're going to do the original journey that we wanted, right?
No, at that point we may as well just go to Daolu and get the fucking boat from them.
Alright. I'll take back the silver tail. And I'll just go, just keep the original money. Fuck you. And I'll walk away.
All right, the man just looks confused.
I'll hand over 40 spades and say sorry for the trouble. You can share the wine with your with the rest of your crew.
Says, "Thank you, sir."
No!
And
But why don't you go to the sea?
so the man says we should make good speed if we want to arrive in time.
Blah, blah, blah. Let's go.
Do you can I get survival from you guys? Unless you want to rely on his survival roll, which you can do.
Did Dalfang get good survival or did somebody else get it?
I have got 3d10 in survival. So.
It's you, Wuji.
All right, so I need 1, 2, 3. I need 4 rolls from you, I believe.
And I think we're also trying actively to avoid areas of military or patrols and stuff like that. So.
Okay, so you're going to avoid roads?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
wilderness.
All right. That matters in this case. It's going to take you 5 days, but give me the rolls.
All right. First one is a 9 at the highest.
Uh-huh.
And then it's 777, so
Okay.
7 at the highest.
Jackpot!
If only. I got an 8 at the highest.
Mhm.
8 again.
Okay, one more.
And a 3 and 2 twos.
All right. Okay.
So on the second day, we come across a casino, and my lucky armband makes us win the jackpot, right? And we get 1,000 silver tails, because, you know, 777s.
All right. So roll me 2d10 and add them together.
Double 7. 14. I'm rolling a lot of 7s.
Between that and the chip die, all right.
I think I prefer the sevens.
All right. Well, you're actually a little bit lucky now.
Ha!
Do you guys have any connection with the 7 demons by any chance?
I don't think so.
All right.
I've never heard of them.
Are they the ones who live in the sort of spirit? No,
Is that a sect?
no, it's really familiar. There's a really ugly looking guy, isn't there, in the robe that was like officiating our duel.
That's Southwind Manor. That's a different.
Oh, that's a different one.
Yeah.
Can I roll
17
institution sects on this?
Oh,
or-
but we were technically part of the 87 killers beforehand, and they're allies with the 7.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
They are.
Hmm.
All right. So you guys are traveling, and you see 7 men emerge from the woods wearing masks, kind of like masks right out of the 5 Deadly Venoms.
I
And,
thought you were gonna say Masked Avengers.
either or, I guess, would really kind of. But this is more of like a 5 Deadly Venom type mask, and they all hold up various weapons. Well, actually, let me see. Are they all various? Oh, no, they all have hook swords. They all have hook swords, and they say, "You look like you have a lot of money. Why don't you leave
Can I
us?"
create a Phantom Phoenix sword?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, I like to cathartically create a Phantom Phoenix sword quickly, which is medium melee TN6. I don't get the accuracy bonus or anything, do I? Because it's creating a sword. It's just.
Are you
flat
being
medium melee.
very obvious about this?
I don't mind. I'll just casually create it. Wow, I got a 5 at the highest, so I failed.
Okay.
I take
I'm just
5
gonna-
in balance.
I'm just gonna say, are you really trying to rob Boris Drunken Sword?
We are not
I'll
frightened
look
by
at
your
my hand
stupid
like a
nicknames.
shot
Give
whack.
us 2,000 spades, or we're going to kill you.
Ah! Are you fucking kidding me? I'll be looking at my hand, and I'll go. Right, you pricks. Okay, you put me off. You absolute morons. If you dare step in my way, I'm going to kill you, and it's not going to be as convenient for me because I just fucked up my technique, you bastards.
Make a command roll.
I'll be happy to. Go do
You
your task.
like all your characters need command, Elliot. Like none of your characters are persuady at all. Like you just need pure command for all of them.
I got a 6.
All right, let me see. All right. They all start laughing, and they draw their hook swords.
Can I attempt to do another cathartic
Make
Phantom
speed
Phoenix?
rolls at this point. Make speed rolls.
I'm gonna keep talking though. I'm gonna call out on account of your alliance with the 87 killers. If you back off now, we won't kill all of you.
One of them steps forward. Let me see if this is a man or a woman.
Do you want me to roll my
Okay.
speed or Phantom Phoenix sword or?
We'll hold off on that. I just want to see how this plays out
No.
first. So behind the mask is the voice of a woman, and she says, "Are you really members of this 87 killers? What proof do you have of this?"
Boris Drunken Sword, grandson of Lady 87,
Grandson
husband of Guan Yuan, like number 3 or number 4. My brother-in-law was Guan Yuan or something. He was a dickhead.
Two of them start talking to each other, and you see them nodding, and she says, "Very well. Please give our regards to Lady 87.
Yeah, sure. I'll let Granny say, you say hello. Can you piss off now so I don't have to kill you?
So she steps forward and she says, "We may have an alliance, but a certain amount of mutual respect is still required."
I'll have a steely gaze put on my face, and I'll take a step forwards, and I'll just be like, if you know anything about respect, you wouldn't be trying to rob me.
She says, "I did not know that you were who you say you are. Apologies."
I'll nod and then like take out some wine and start drinking it and just walk past them.
Okay. All right. So they kind of stare at you as you continue on. And Elliot, do you have empathy?
Yeah, I do. I've got 2d10.
All right.
No. Yeah, I do. 2d10.
All right. Okay. You feel like you had an impact on them somehow just now. Like they're kind of like two of them just continue to look at you as you pass by.
That's a real man right there, they think.
That's a man who gets his feet rubbed by his wife.
And so you arrive at the Vermilion Bird Tea House, which is an outdoor sort of roadside tea house. It's not an outdoor tea house, but it's in the middle of the road. It's not part
Could
of it.
I have meditated away my imbalance from that, or did that happen directly before?
That was the day before we got to the tea house. So I think.
So then overnight, could I have meditated?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no worries. Just want to make sure.
And you can hear music coming from inside, and you can see, in a garden courtyard there are women that are serving tea and wine to patrons.
I'll stroll in casually.
All right. Two women dressed in fine robes walk up to you gracefully, and they see the messenger, and they bow, and they say, "You are responding to the lady's request?"
Yeah, sure. Is there any good wine?
They nod, and they take you to a special chamber where there's like a large round table, and they say, "Please be seated. The lady will join you soon."
Sure, wine.
They begin bringing wine out. Now, before we do this, I do need something from you guys. Can somebody roll 5d10 for me?
Oh,
Yep, I got 5d10.
I'm happy to. I've got them right here.
So, what am I doing with this?
Just tell me
adding
the
it, or-
single highest result.
Okay. 9.
All right, so can you roll 5d10 again?
I
Really
can.
bad or really bad? Good.
Yeah, I know.
Get a 10.
know.
Get a 10. Keep on going.
I got another 9.
All right, can you roll 4d10?
Ooh.
Okay.
It was a trap.
You are now
It was
addicted to
a trap
Celestial
all
I
Fire.
got an 8.
All right, can you roll 3d10?
It's always been a trap.
4.
All right, can you roll 2d10?
10.
All
Clearly,
right.
I needed less dice to hit 10.
All right, can you roll 2d10 again?
Okay. 10 again.
Oh, all right, can you roll 2d10 again?
Yes.
Stop! We're already
No,
done.
keep on going. Keep on going.
5.
Oh.
All right, can you roll 1d10?
Yes. 1.
All right. Okay. That's enough. Hold on 1 second.
I'm very interested in what this corresponds to.
Yeah.
This is the end of our campaign.
621 arrows come out of the walls.
I'm just writing down some important information, and then we'll. Oh, by the way, is Bronze Master with you, or did you guys leave him on Snake Peak?
You left him on Snake Peak.
I think we left them on Snake Peak, yeah.
It's just our party now. So
Yeah.
no outsiders.
No outsiders indeed. Back to the good old days.
All right.
Should we get back to smuggling drugs?
Okay. All right, so they begin bringing in, large quantities of wine, and it's all very fine wine, and they also bring in some fine tea and begin whisking it for you.
Mm.
And the woman, as she's whisking the tea, she says, this is a very, very rare tea. It's usually, 12,000 spades just for a cup. But for
I'm
you,
not listening at all. I'm just drinking all of the wine.
Okay.
I'll just try. I'll chime in for this and say, Lady Hua. Is it Lady Hua Yin? Did they say lady?
Lady Hua Yin. Yeah, Lady Hua Yin.
Lady Hua Yin does us great honor with this welcome. Yes.
I'll chug down some tea.
Okay. All right, and there are three serving women bringing you various teas and wines, and the tea, Adam, the tea is the best tea you've ever had in your life, probably. This is definitely worth 12,000 spades a cup, and they tell you this is vermilion tea.
My character can't even count that high, so.
And
If Ping looks sufficiently impressed, then I'll try some of the tea. I'll be
okay.
like, does it get you drunk?
No, it does not, but it is delightful. And then she brings out another whisked bowl of tea, and she says, "This is Thunder Pavilion tea," and she presents it to you.
Thank you very much. I drink it.
So, and then a woman dressed all in black, who kind of resembles
Comes out and goes,
Nightthorn.
"You've been poisoned!"
She sort of resembles Nightthorn in that respect. She's got long black hair and black clothing, and she's got long golden sleeves on her fingertips. And she bows to you, and she says, "Greetings."
Is she missing any of the like sleeves on her fingertips at all?
No, she's got one on every finger.
I'll just look at her and go, yeah, that. Oh, yeah. But I'll keep on drinking.
I'll just say, greetings, Lady Hua Yin. It is a pleasure to meet you.
She bows and she says, "Greetings."
Remind me, was like Nightthorn old or youngish? Like, would I address him as senior Nightthorn? I guess.
You would have trouble figuring that out because he was such a strange person.
And I'm just gonna say, how has senior Nightthorn been? It has been a while since we last met.
He has been very good, which is more than I can say for my other son.
Who's that?
She says, "Constable Bai."
Go!
Who's that?
Oh no. I will point out I wasn't here for that session, so I'm just going to drink my tea and stay out of it.
She says, "Are you enjoying your tea?"
I mean, not
yes.
as much as a wine, I've got to be honest.
She says, "Why is the tea not to your liking?"
I mean, it's not to my liking. It's just that I like wine. The wine's fantastic. Thank you.
Is Constable Bai the one we killed in?
Yeah.
In.
I'm wearing his emblem right now.
Yeah, she. No, wait. I thought he was the one who we killed in the tunnel. Was that not Constable
One
Bai?
second.
Yeah, you killed
That's
him.
who I was thinking.
Yeah, you killed him in the. You killed him in the at the explosion of the house.
Yeah. We imploded the house.
Yeah. Oh.
She says, "I shall let you finish your last meal before we settle the matter of my son." And she sits down and she motions, and they bring out this roasted pork that's sort of covered in a golden glaze.
Mm. Well, I'm not going to let the unpleasantness ruin my appetite. I'm going to dig in.
She
I
says,
still
"This
have
is
my
roast
habits."
pork in celestial armor. It is one of our most widely respected dishes."
It is excellent. Very cheerful.
And a woman comes and brings her a what looks like some kind of envelope, and she opens it up and takes out a piece of paper from it. And she says, "I have news from Snake Peak. Would you care to hear it?"
Pray tell.
Sure.
She says it seems that there was a great battle there between the hidden talons and the rebellion.
Oh, sorry about that.
She says yes, the secret police force in Lifan.
So is she killing us yet?
She's letting you eat your meal before she does anything.
Really good. You got to try some of this.
So what are we eating? I'll say casually.
You're eating what was it? Roast pork in celestial armor, and
Yeah.
there's another dish there that she presents you with divine noodles with braised ox.
Oh, I haven't tried that yet. I'm gonna give that a
It's
taste. as well.
really good. Like it's got the braised ox is particularly.
It sounds good. Yeah.
So I'll go. So, what made you think that you'd be good for our fight against the Empire then?
She says, I didn't think such a thing.
What? So then you've lied to me.
She says, well, I needed to lure you here, of course.
I knew something smelled fishy about this, but I mean, why did you want to lure us here?
So I can kill you.
Why do you want to kill us? What have we ever done to you?
You killed my son.
Who's your son?
I already told you, Constable Bai.
Who's that? Did I kill a constable by?
She looks at the rest of you and she says, Did you wish to hear the news of Snake Peak, or would you prefer to just settle matters right away?
I would like to hear the news.
She says it seems that Pei Jinyu, Fan Batu, Queen Luji, and Bronze Master are all now dead.
That's not good.
Ha, coward! I say in a mouthful.
Oh, and it looks like 50 nuns of Hai Ping were killed as well.
We're the nuns of High Ping.
They're Queen Luji's people.
Oh, right. So the ones from
That
the
guy Fan Batu, I bet he was so scared about our coming up fight that he just decided to kill himself.
She says if it's any consolation, they managed to kill about 30 hidden talons.
How many were there?
I believe over 50, but I'm not entirely sure.
Respectable showing then, I guess.
How can I go about doing this?
I'm gonna be busy enjoying my wine and meal.
Yeah, you do that while I'll look for my entire inventory and see what the hell can apply in the situation.
So I guess you must really love the Empire then.
Do you say that to her?
Yeah.
She says, no, I have no particular affection for the Empire. I had affection for my son.
But I mean, you know that we only killed your son because it was a kill situation. Alright? Now, when did your son die? How did he die? I need to remember which one he was. I'll accept I killed him.
Alright, can you make a speed roll, Elliot?
Sure. Is this initiative?
Yeah, why doesn't everybody make one just in case?
Okay. Yeah, I got to roll speed to see if I can get another mouthful of this pork before we start fighting.
It may be your last.
I got a 10.
I got a 7, and with sword stance that would become a 10.
I got an 8, so I load my fork up.
All right,
I got a nat 10.
Oh, all right.
What about that phone?
Oh, Dalphone, what's his speed?
One sec. He sent me it on Skype before.
Do you have his character sheet there too?
Yeah, he sent it to me on Skype.
Okay, why don't you can you run him for us?
Yeah, that's no problem. So his speed is 2d10 with
Alright.
expertise.
So roll for him.
He got a 6.
Okay. And I just need the vermilion stars here. All right. And okay, and just so you guys have a sense of everything that's going on here, there's obviously Hua Yin is there. There's 3 of the serving women, and there's two disciples that, like, the guy that brought you here and another person that resembles him. All right, so Elliot and Kenny, you guys got to go first.
Kenny, do you want to go first?
Okay, now is the time to get that thing out of the guy's neck.
I am going to use storming needles with just about every single type of poison needle I have on me.
Okay.
I'll use it on what's her face.
Hua Yin?
Yeah. Light melee against evade, so that's 3d10. 10 at the highest.
All right, that's probably gonna hit. Let me just see if she does have a couple of All right, she does not, I believe, have a viable counter to that. So all right, so you're gonna hit.
So that's 3 extra needles per rank of chi. So that would be 15 needles. How the hell do I roll this? They each do 1d10, I think it is, or
Did Constable die? Did Constable die in the like tunnel collapse, or was he the one?
yeah,
that,
he was the most heroic one that just chasing us through the tunnel.
So technically, you didn't kill him. The tunnel did.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll see how that argument goes.
Just one.
How much damage do needles do? It doesn't actually give me a damage number here.
Oh, needles. Hold on, I'll get it.
I'm throwing 15 needles.
So the way that needles work, needles sort of have a quirky way about them. So, are you throwing them all at a single target?
Yes.
All right. So they start out at 0d10, and each needle increases that by 1d10 up to a max of 6d10.
Okay, so 60-10.
Yep.
But how does that work in terms of like? So I've got 1 needle with white cobra venom, 1 needle with stone spider venom, 1 needle with zenbird venom, and 1 needle with I think that's about. Oh, sleeping needle. He's gonna be fucking drugged up.
All right. So you'll need to roll 1 exposure. That's like the average of those for all of them. I think is the easiest way to do it. Or I guess no, we can do it individually. We can do it individually.
So how do I do this then? What am I rolling?
So roll 60-10.
Okay.
That's against her hardiness.
I got a 9 at the highest.
All right, so that's going to take hold. So now I need you to roll the exposure of the poisons.
The poison
Okay.
application.
So do I roll composition performance?
Performance.
No, do you have the poison?
Oh, the actual poisons. Give me 1 second. I did have.
Sometimes they'll just have a pure effect too, but they usually have like an exposure rating.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I've got White Cobra Venom, which is not one on the list. That was one of Iron God Mung's pet snake's venom.
Yep, that's Hold on, I got the. Okay, all right. So that's. All right. All right. So that one takes effect. What's the other ones in there?
Stone Spider,
All right, I think that's the
also not on this list.
Stone Spider Venom is from the Ogre Gate Inn book. Okay, so roll 1d10.
6.
All right. Okay, and then what's the third one?
Denbird Venom, which is on this list. Potency is 4d10, it says, right?
Yep. So roll that.
10 at the highest.
All right, so that's gonna have an effect. Okay.
And the last one is just generic sleeping drug. I don't know if there was ever an entry for this one.
There is.
I'll tell you what, it answered me. I think it did. I think you guys literally sleeping drugged me at one point.
Yeah, we did. We had to do it to get you out of the. Oh no, wait, that was from eating the meat.
So roll
wasn't it?
2d10 for that.
Yeah, but I mean another time before then.
Probably got 7 at the highest.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay, so she's like her skin starts turning funky colors. Elliot, it's your turn.
So I'll have drawn my sword. I'll be in my sword stance, of course. I'm looking at the wrong character sheet. There we go. I suppose. How many people are there surrounding us?
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, and they all seem pretty competent.
Yes.
I'll do a sword whipping strike,
Okay.
and I'll do it normally. One dice went overboard, but I've got a 10, another 10, so I've got 2 10s so far. And 4 on the floor, otherwise 1 on the table.
All right.
So
is that
2
against evade or
tens.
parry? It doesn't matter, I guess, because it's a 10.
Parry.
Okay. All right, so some of them can do counters, so let me just see who's
Okay.
going to be doing the counters here.
Kind of sad I didn't do it cathartically now. Would have refunded me in balance and given me an extra D10 open. By the way, I'm doing 4d10 open damage, so.
All right. Ooh, all right. Okay, so she is going to try to counter. You said you got how many 10s on that?
2 10s.
2 10s. All right. Can you roll a d10 again?
Sure. Did he die? I got a 1.
All right, roll again. She got a 1 on that too.
Wow! Did he die? I got a 1 again.
Okay, she got a 5. All right, so she is going to succeed in countering. The rest are not. So why don't you do damage on everybody? Because and let me see if she still takes damage, because this might be one where.
Damn, but did he die? Yeah, I still rolled it. I got a 1, 3, 4, and 9.
That was on the damage roll.
Open damage, but I'm guessing only the 9 succeeds.
All right, so you do a wound to everybody at least. All right, so you strike all of them, and she sort of grabs you and uses your momentum to pull you in and dig her claws into your belly. So let me just see here.
I feel like Boris Johnson is very familiar with claws going on certain parts of his bodies already.
I'm not a pervert.
Your scalp is already like thoroughly clawed, so
This is pretty nasty.
I got a pet saber-tooth cat, and
What's your hardiness?
10. Provided I've got 1 degree of drunkenness, which I think I would do. If not 2, in which case I'd be 11.
All right, so she rips into your belly for 7 wounds.
Fuck me! Did she get a 10 on the attack?
She got a 10 on the attack damage roll.
Damn. Okay, so I'm on 4 wounds out of 11.
It would have, you know, it's just to give you an idea of how powerful this attack was. It would have done like 9 if you didn't have the 10 hardiness. All right, so that was your turn, and now it's her turn. So she is gonna.
Is she on a 7? Is she on a? Was she on a? No, sorry, I was misthinking. No, it's after 10, isn't it?
So she backs up into another room, and you can see her pull out some kind of pill as she's doing so. And Adam, it's your turn.
Okay. So if you remember at the end of last session, I went up to Chief Ford. I said I was interested in taking let's see, Stick of the Rising Dog and Turn of the Zen Bird. Would I be able to have those yet, or would it take longer to develop?
I think you can have those now. I think that's fine.
Okay, cool. In that case, so she is going for the door, you say?
Yeah.
She has a pill of some kind, you
Well,
said?
she already went through the door into another room, and she was taking a pill as she was doing so. She kind of backed up.
Okay, for the poison. Yeah, I gotcha. Oh. All right. Well, I'm going to go. So there's 2 disciples and 3 serving type people in the room. Okay. I will go after one of the disciples with Stick of the Rising Dog then at the moment. So, and...
Oh my god. Just bash them all up into the roof so they like plant their heads into there and just leave a load of dangling bodies like they do in mangas and stuff.
That's the plan. So let's see. I got a 10.
All right, so what attack are you using?
Stick of the Rising Dog.
Is that against one target?
It's against one target. Yeah, I don't have any.
Who are you going for?
Ones. One of the disciples. I'll go with the one that I have not met.
Okay. All right, so you got a 10. I don't think he has much that he can do, but let me just check. Oh, he can try to spinning back kick you. He does not succeed, so can you roll damage?
5 open damage. So what's the target number?
The target number is going to be 6.
6. Okay, that's 3 wounds.
All right. All right. Does that have any additional effect?
No additional effect.
All right. So you just do an upward stroke and crack him in the chin, and he stumbles back, but is still up.
Okay.
All right. Now the Vermilion Star is gonna go.
What initiative is this on?
What was it? What was that?
What initiative is this on?
8.
Cool.
All right, so one of them attacks you, Adam, with Blade of the Dancing Fox.
Okay.
Let's see if it actually works. Now she's doing it with a dagger, so it's not,
Okay, so what is this move again?
Blade
It's,
of the Dancing Fox. It's a melee attack, and
Okay.
and she gets a 10 on her attack roll.
Ouch. Okay. Let's see. Give me 1 sec here.
10 of the Zenbird.
Yeah, turn to Zenbird would be the best thing to go with. So,
The one that doesn't make you have to roll a 10 to beat it.
got an 8. I succeeded. And so I avoid their attack, and I wasn't using cathartically, so I'll just make a mundane attack.
Okay.
I got a 9. Sorry, a 9 to hit.
Okay.
And 9 on the damage roll.
All right, that's gonna do damage. All right. So then the other two, one of them does storming daggers at you, Kenny. Is that against evade?
I think so.
All right. What's your evade?
5.
5. All right. So they got a 6. That's gonna hit. All right. So she throws 6 daggers at you.
Yes. Deflecting canopy cathartic.
And all right. So why don't you do deflecting canopy first before we do this?
I got an 8 at the highest.
Okay. And is that against attack
It's
roll?
it's TN 6, so the TN 8 anyway.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah.
you succeed.
Catch the daggers and throw them back at her face, I guess.
Okay. Roll. What is it? A D10 per dagger.
Yeah. So 60-10. It's not that bad. It's not open though, is it? Because it's a single damage roll.
It's not open. No, it's a single. It's a
Yes,
regular.
I got a 10. I got a 10 at the high. I got 2 10s, but 10 at the highest.
Oh, you got 2 10. No, 2
No.
10s counts. So you
Okay.
did 3 wounds. All right, so you hit her, and the remaining Vermilion Star backs up towards her, towards the lady, and is essentially holding her action. She's protecting the Lady Hua Yin. And it's Dao Feng's turn.
Yeah. Dao Feng is going to try and tell a tall tale. Yeah. He's what's the name of the lady again? It's Lady Hua Mei, isn't it?
Hua
Oh,
Yin.
yeah.
Hua Yin. He goes, wait, Lady Hua Yin, I know what's happened. Boris Drunken Sword, he doesn't know Constable Bai because he didn't kill Constable Bai. They did fight, though. We did fight, for he was on the side of the Empire. But when we were in Daoju village, we were cornered by him. We managed to escape through a secret tunnel. But whilst he was pursuing us down it, it was blown up viciously from above. I suspect an act of sabotage by the Empire, possibly somebody eyeing his constable position, looking to rank themselves up. We had animosity with him, sure, but we did not deal the finishing blow.
Does he
I
have
think you need to make
any
a
ranks
speed
in-
roll to get all
He's
that out.
got 2 ranks in
Well, no, you-
deception and 1 rank. He's got 2 ranks in deception and 1 expertise rank in tall tales. So it's 3d10 deception.
Okay, so number 1, you can talk like that during combat because it's sort of like, that's reasonable. But yeah, it's gonna I definitely need to see a deception roll here.
Yeah.
Roll high just to see
Really
how
bad.
it turns out.
Oh, I got a 9.
All right, so Hua Yin pauses, and she says, "Go on."
Well, as I said before, Constable Bai had some run-ins with us. He was
very ferocious, and we fought well, but Boris Drunken Sword could never get the better of him. When I imagine Boris Drunken Sword go, what talking about?
Just to intervene, is the fight paused for a second here?
Everybody's paused. Yeah, everybody is stopped.
I'm going to grab a bite to eat real quick.
Okay, all right.
And whilst we were retreating from him, we got to Dalshu village, where we reconvened with Saffron Tigress, our mother. However, it was there that we were again cornered by Constable Bai. But we managed to escape through a secret tunnel that our father had installed years ago to help smuggle out heroes from the Empire. However, whilst we were escaping, a detonation happened, and I've got no idea how it happened. My only assumption could be that somebody from the Empire decided to try and destroy the tunnel with Constable Bai and ourselves inside of it. Constable Bai was swallowed up in the debris.
So one of the women that was serving you steps forward and she says, you know, can anybody verify this information?
I mean, you are free to do your investigations. Our assumption was that the explosion was sourced by the Empire. If you were to go to Dalshit village, you could see the remnants of the tunnel and the explosion. But we were simply trying to run away for our lives. We had our own words only as we were in the tunnel when it was collapsing. There was nobody else with us apart from Constable Bai, who was chasing us.
She says, "You will not be able to leave here until I've investigated this matter. But I don't want to be rash. So I will stay my hand for now."
Dalfang looks towards Boris Drunken Sword. And then just goes, "Boris Drunken Sword, you can't just simply say that you don't remember somebody just because you haven't killed them yourself. You know? You've complicated this whole situation for us." Boris Drunken Sword will look pissed off and then just go, "Why?"
So she says your needs will be tended to, but I will be investigating. And do not try to leave. It will not end well for you.
Just want to say, when I said that I had Constable Bai's medallion on before, I don't actually have his medallion. I've got the Constable, or whatever his name was, Iron something like that.
Oh, I know.
I hear the part about our needs being catered to, and I'm fine with it. Just keep it coming.
Yeah, I've got the like seals on from the guy who I killed at Tungon. The beggar guy. That was the first one. Who was like a spy. And then from the what's his name? The guy who was patrolling around our areas and stuff.
Iron One. I think.
Iron One. That's it. Iron One. I've got their medallions on me. The emblems of the Empire. I don't have Constable Bai's.
We never had a chance because the tunnel was actually blowing up as we were running out. It was an action scene moment.
The tall tale in this case is that, you know, none of us actually did kill him, you know, with our swords or anything like that. We just killed him by blowing up the tunnel, and I'm shifting the blame to the Empire.
So she leaves the room and leaves you guys alone there. With the obviously the disciples are there, and
I guess we'll just keep on eating and drinking.
So I'll just take some needles out and start like reapplying poison to needles. I'm running low on those. How many needles can a dose of poison coat?
A dose would just be one.
Was it just be one?
Yeah. So
I'm assuming these are like hollow needles, right?
Just in them and then wrapped in like something or other. I don't know. In a special sheath.
Either way. Oh, that was an interesting situation, man.
So she comes back in an hour later, and she says, "What can you tell me about Scholar Han?"
He hates us. We've known him since we were young. we used to play in each other's houses as we were children.
Alphon pouts and goes, he was a big bully.
Yes, he had a bit of a mean streak in him sometimes, but he and I were fast friends. But recently we had a run-in with a martial heroine, Silver Chrysanthemum.
Yeah.
Where we ended up killing her after she lured us into lured the rest of them, into I wasn't there. Lured Boris Drunken Sword.
She poisoned Boris Drunken Sword with silken web venom laced wine gourds.
So
he has held a grudge with us ever since.
So she says thank you for the information. She leaves again, and she returns about 20 minutes later, and she says, "I've come to a decision." She says, "I will let you leave. There seems to be some inconsistencies in my source's information. But I want you to bring Scholar Han to me by the end of the month."
Boris Drunken Sword's going to be drinking some more wine and go, do we have to leave? The wine's too good.
I know. I was just getting
She
started.
says, "You may stay as long as you wish,
Excellent.
but you will be charged the normal prices from this
What?
moment on."
Oh,
I like stuff as much as I can into my mouth. And I go, this stuff's still free, right?
Do you have any news on where Scholar Han is?
She says, "Last I heard, he was in hold on, let me find the name of the city here. He was in Gaochun."
Is that a hometown?
No,
Sorry.
you're in Maichun. You're in your hometown is Daoshu.
Yeah.
Gao.
We can do this for you. But when you first lured us here, it was with the pretense that you wanted to assist us in taking down the Empire. If we get you Scholar Han, he's a valued man of the Empire. You'd be pitching yourself against them. If we get you Scholar Han, will you consider joining our alliance? Also, would you consider possibly leading it or vying for me with leadership, because apparently all the other leaders are dead?
She says, "If you bring me Scholar Han and it turns out that he is indeed guilty of harming my son, then I will join."
Excellent. Alright guys, so what we need to do is we need to get Scholar Han to sign a written confession before we kill him and say, oh no, he struggled so hard.
I need to see if there's like a drug I can use to hypnotize people. A poison of some sort.
Maybe you could create one.
Yeah. Celestial plume. No, a more potent version of celestial plume. Yeah. I'm happy to leave whenever.
I feel like
yeah.
place the grounders with you.
So
Just tie up all loose ends.
So what was Chief Fao the destination that you guys were ultimately trying to get to?
No, we were trying to get to wherever General what's his face.
I think that's in well, let me just double check it.
General Wan Yu? No. General Yukong, I think.
Yukong. He's in Bianyu Prefecture, which is
yeah, just north of Chifao.
Okay, yep. Alright.
Well, I guess one, I want to go try and find my mother first. I imagine Daopeng would be pretty much the same.
So what happened to all the leaders at Snake Peak?
She says most of them were killed.
How?
I'm sorry?
How?
I don't have a detailed description of the combat, but presumably they were stabbed or killed by various means.
But was it an assassination? Or did they like march an army up?
It was a battle.
A bastard.
Do you have any news of Saffron Tigress?
No, there's no confirmation of her death in my message.
What of the alliance?
Scattered now, I guess.
She says, it seems to me that all of the leaders have been killed.
There was always one other who participated in the leadership tournament. He almost won as well, from what I remember hearing. His name was Boris Drunken Sword. And do you know how this alliance started? How this whole thing started? Boris Drunken Sword said, I won't let the Empire fuck with my friends. And I think this whole world needs to know that none of us will let the Empire fuck with us any longer. I'll lead this alliance. Any idea how?
Just be at the front of the of the army when we charge. That'd be good enough.
She says, I am just a proprietress of a tea house. I do not have knowledge of military affairs.
Anyway, thank you for the information. I'll try to pull Boris Drunken Sword away from the wine and say, we need to see if we can find Saffron Tigress, as well as Scholar Han.
We need to put the word out that people are standing up against the Empire. We need more people.
How many... do we know if the whatever fangs are based anywhere in particular, or are they just all over the place normally?
What, the Hidden Talons, the people that attack them?
Oh yeah, Hidden Talons.
They're like a secret police force that's present in much of Lifan. But they're under the control of the Duke. Let me see, what's his name? They're under the control of Duke Han.
Duke Han, that's in Scholar Han.
Possible there's a connection there.
Is it the same character in Chinese, just to make you have a headache?
It is.
Interesting. I wonder if Scholar Han has found out that I was the one who scarred his face anyway. This is the whole reason for this entire plot is because of my secret flaw that I scarred his face with me. Yeah, okay, well, we can decide on the alliance stuff later, but more importantly, I want to find my mother first, and then we can deal with Scholar Han.
She says, I'll see what I can find out. She says, if you can give me an hour, I might be able to dig up some information.
How can you find out information so quickly?
Because I have people scattered throughout the entire province, constantly feeding me information.
Can you get them to disseminate some information?
What would you like me to send out?
I'd like you just to send out the stories of the fight against the Empire discreetly, so that anybody who might feel a kindred spirit in that might be able to seek me out.
Where shall I tell them to meet you?
Just tell them to listen out for Boris Drunken Sword. Generally, people hear where I am. You know, like, you found me. People find me to like send me poison and stuff. You know, like I'm famous for getting into traps. You know.
She knows.
Case in point.
She says our network is like a web. Your information will spread everywhere.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. We best get going.
Oh, were we not waiting an hour to see if there was any news?
Oh yeah. In fact, Maybe we should stay the night because I'm quite hurt.
Well, she did say we could stay today, and it'll start costing us tomorrow. So we'll leave in the morning and start heading south again.
I'll just add squeeze.
So one of the women tells you during the night that that Saffron Tigress was seen heading into the banyan with several of the High Ping nuns.
Well, she's alive, I guess. I don't think the Empire doesn't really reach into the banyan at all, does it?
No, that's where its reach sort of ends, is the banyan.
We need like a nuke or something, like a super weapon, like a portable red misting, you know, just something where we can roll up to the Emperor's like doorstep, light a fuse on, and run away. You know.
What we need is a way to poison Yao and everything, so I can do something against them.
Hey.
We have the forging method, but we don't have any of the ingredients, most of which is a Yao and its heart. A Yao and a heart, or at the very least. We have to quench the blade in the heart of a Yao, I think it was? No. I can't remember what the instructions that guy gave us was. Alright, so we'll spend the night and then we'll go look for Scholar Han.
Okay.
I'll ask for one more piece of information actually, just before. Does this lady know of anybody who has sufficient power that might be willing to be aligned against the Empire?
You're asking Hua Yin?
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Let me see.
We need some more powerful allies, you know.
Supreme Master Tongue has a death grudge of the Emperor.
1 second, I know how to summon him. Supreme Master Tongue has a tiny willy. Supreme Master Tongue has a tiny willy. Supreme Master Tongue has a tiny willy. He's there!
Wait, are you guys looking for him, you said?
No, it's just a joke.
We're
okay.
We're trying to find someone with strong in martial arts to help us against the Emperor, but...
Oh, okay, I got you.
Right, it's just gonna take me a second.
In hindsight, we did kind of go around advertising Snake Peak as the gathering place of rebellion. It seems kind of inevitable that we got raided.
That's probably true. Next time.
But martial heroes aren't known for their subtlety in these sort of things. Like,
They should have been prepared.
It's the equivalent of Star Wars. You'll never find our secret base at Yavin 4. It's impossible.
She says.
But,
she says, "How much of a risk are you willing to take?"
I'm Boris Drunken Sword. I walked single-handedly towards an army of 20,000.
Huh.
I'll take any risk.
She says there is a man named Godfei Zhang in Dalu, who's the leader of the Yao there. He may be able to be turned against the Empire.
A Yao who can resist the Emperor's control?
He is particularly willful, and his personal history is especially tragic. I think he still carries resentments with him.
where is he again?
In Dalu.
Daolu. Old-faced Shao in Daolu.
I think that we should probably go see him.
Well, after Scholar Han, that's the most important thing, of course. I roll.
Of course, yeah, sure. Alright, thanks for the information. You've been really, really nice and helpful. It's been lovely. It's worth getting stabbed in the gut.
She says I can have my people give you a balm for that.
Oh, I've been very kind. Thank you. I've got to say, I'm awfully sorry about all of these circumstances with your son.
She says, I was mistaken. I should apologize to you.
Well, we still fought. Like, I stabbed him once and he stabbed me, I'm pretty sure. Like, we had a good time of it.
You can see that she's sort of...
And the food was good. I feel like, it all worked out in the end.
Oh, I was talking about myself and Constable By in the past, like, as in we'd fought in the past because we were on opposite sides, but we'd both drawn blood on each other.
Yeah.
She says, be mindful of my other son. He may not have yet received word.
What's his name?
Nightthorn.
Nightthorn.
Met him. I'll say to Boroshank as well.
Really? Well, if he comes to kill me, I'll do my best not to kill him before he kills me. Like.
I'll just say, Lady Huayin, is there a token of yours that we could show him, perhaps, to tell him that we've already spoken with you and that we are currently trying to apprehend the main culprit in this situation?
She gives you a jade spider.
Oh, I'll hold on to that.
Okay. She says, present this to him if the need arises.
I'll bow to her when we leave, and I'll even say, I'm sorry for your loss.
She nods.
Off we go.
We'll toddle off. As soon as we get out of earshot.
All right.
Woo! Thank fuck she bought that! I'm joking.
To be fair, like, by some sort of mental gymnastics, this was technically all the fault of Scholar Han.
Definitely. That guy's got to go.
If it wasn't for his plotting, we wouldn't. Lieutenant Bai would never, Colonel Bai would never have died.
Yeah,
True.
still be alive.
So we just need to find a way.
I feel like we should probably kill him before we bring him back. But I feel like that might be a bit suspicious. We'll just cut out his tongue and chop off his hands so we can't write.
There you go. That'll do it.
Here we go. No, this is how we found him. He must have done something to piss off the Emperor.
So,
do we know how to turn people into? I guess the Calamity Star ritual only tells us how to turn people back from Yao, but not how to turn them into Yao. We could turn Scholar Han into a Yao. Under
you could probably find that ritual.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's a ritual that exists in the setting. So you.
Oh right, yeah, of course. It's a bit infeasible to try and turn Scholar Han into a Yao under our control. I'm just saying. And just like the Emperor turned him into a Yao, we had no choice but to kill him.
So I'm gonna end it here though because I wanna keep it short without Steven here.
Fair enough.
Bad!